My name is Stephen Wise. I am an attorney and citizen of the City of Columbia. I am filing two IA complaints and criminal complaints against Columbia police officers. The first one involves Deputy Chief Jill Schluty, a support staff, and an unknown police officer for illegally resisting a federal subpoena. The second involves unknown Columbia police officers who illegally recorded an attorney-client communication in violation of the Wiretap Act and Federal Wiretap Act laws. And we're going to request that the Columbia Police Department initiate internal affairs actions and criminal complaints against these officers and staff. Hi, I'm filing an IA complaint. Is Brian Tate in?
Hey guys.
Sergeant, how you doing?
Good. Brian Tate.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I have two IA complaints for you.
Okay.
Do
you want to come in?
Sure, if we can come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
That needs to be off.
Well,
camera does.
we can just stay here then.
Okay.
All right. The first is for against Deputy Chief Jill Schluty, Denise Shaw, for resisting a federal subpoena in violation of state and federal law.
Okay.
The second is against unknown Columbia police officers for illegally recording an attorney-client conversation at CPD.
All right. Who are you filing this on the behalf of?
I am filing it on my own behalf as a citizen of Columbia. I've had attorney-client conversations at the Columbia Police Department that I suspect may have been recorded as well.
Okay.
And I believe a criminal investigation and frankly a special prosecutor is warranted.
Okay.
To determine if this is policy and practice to legally record attorney-client communications.
Okay.
Because,
And the other one?
well, those are the two.
Okay. All right. We'll, I guess, read this, and what I'll do is call you if I have any questions. Okay.
All right. My card's on you. It's on letterhead, and then the supporting documents are stapled to it. If you have any questions, please give me a call.
Okay. I can't guarantee you the turnaround on these. You know, I don't have a time frame.
Well, with regard to the federal resisting of the federal subpoena, it's a 1-year statute of limitations that expires end of March.
Okay, but that's not what I do. I don't investigate criminal activities. Okay. I investigate internal policy violations.
Okay. Well, there's also internal policy violations.
Sure.
We have Deputy Chief Schluty's deposition testimony where she admits to conduct.
Okay.
And I have the statutes cited in there as well.
Not a problem, but just what I'm saying is what you feel is a priority. I sometimes get told what's a priority. So, I mean, I do have other things on my desk.
I understand.
And I could one day be working on this, the next day turn around and have to work on something else. So that's what I'm saying is that I don't know where this is going to fall as far as how long it's going to take me to investigate.
I understand.
So we'll do the best we can. 3 or 4 months sometimes on some of this stuff is not out of the ordinary to investigate.
Okay.
Because it's just me and somebody else.
All right.
So I'm not the only one.
Well, I'm going to go file the criminal complaints, and hopefully it doesn't take those that long.
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you
for coming in.
Well, first of all the evidence is in the file he has right there. At most, it should take a week because you want to get the replies of the individuals involved, besides Deputy Chief Schluty. 3 or 4 months is outrageous.
Hi, how can I help you?
Is Chief Burton in?
I don't know. Hold on, just 1 second. Can I get your name?
Stephen Wise?
Okay, hold on, just 1 second. If he's on the phone, I'll holler at him as soon as he gets off.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Look, Tate. Brian Tate just walked into the office. Yeah, there he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moments ago, we gave the IA complaints to Sergeant Brian Tate, and we are currently waiting on Chief Burton to give him the criminal complaints. And we observed Sergeant Tate take the folders that we'd given him moments ago into Chief Burton's office and appear to have a conversation. or at least stay in there long enough to have a conversation. It is of interest.
Mr. Wise,
Yes.
he's not available right now. Would you like to set up an appointment?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me grab Stephanie real quick. She has his calendar, and we'll get you taken care of.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Stephanie, when are you looking at for an appointment with the chief?
Anytime today.
Today it'll be after 2 p.m.
That's fine.
Can I put you on there at 2:30?
That works fine.
Okay, and how long do you need, sir?
Probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
20, okay. I'll put you on there, be back up here at 2:30.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I have filed the internal affairs complaint with Internal Affairs Sergeant Brian Tate. I have attempted to file and set an appointment to talk with Chief Burton about filing the criminal complaints against Columbia police officers for violating Missouri Wiretap Act and resisting a federal subpoena. We have an appointment this afternoon at 2:30, and we'll be back.
Hi, how can I help you?
Yeah, my name's Stephen Wise. I've got a 2:30 appointment with Chief Burton.
Okay, I'll let him know you're there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Wise?
Chief,
How
how
are
are
you?
you?
Good to see you.
Hey,
You
Steve.
know Nicole?
Of course.
Never met her
You met
before.
Brian?
Yep, we met this morning.
How can we help you?
Well, I want to talk to you about, I filed some IA complaints this morning.
Okay.
There are two complaints. One relates to a subpoena, federal subpoena in Citizens with Justice, which was resisted by the department, and including Deputy Chief Joe Schluty
Okay.
and other administrative staff here.
And just so you know, Steve, I just got these. We just were in a meeting. I just got out, just got them, just got a chance to pull up the email. So I haven't
They'll
had
be
a chance to
in
tell
the
the
chain
chief.
for investigation. And-
Okay. Well, this is I filed the IA complaint. This is a criminal complaint
Okay.
for violation of state and federal law.
Okay.
And I figured, well, because it's dealing with Deputy Chief, I should bring it to you.
Okay.
And like I said, here I've got the statutes on here and some other stuff. I think during the course of the Aikens lawsuit,
Is
videos
that
of
still
stuff.
pending?
It's up on the Court of Appeals.
Okay.
So this is with regard to Deputy Chief Joe Schluty.
Okay.
This is in regard to the recording of an attorney-client conversation involving Shane Haley.
Is that how you say his last name? I never knew.
Haley.
Really? Okay, sorry. I've
Yeah.
been saying it wrong all these years.
Yeah, he
He's
used
too nice to probably ever correct me.
Well, he used to work for me as my clerk for a bit before he went to
I said,
when he was in law school, before he went to work for the prosecutor's office. So, because I'm concerned that other attorney-client conversations have been recorded by the Columbia Police Department, and this, I wanted to, if my client's rights are being violated, like the rights that Mr. Haley was violated, I think that there needs to be accountability, because it's a felony violation of state law, and a violation of federal law as well.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
We'll let you know when the investigations are complete.
Do you have any sort of ETA or timeline on that?
I don't. It's kind of dependent on the workload and the internal affairs.
Well, is that, are the criminal investigations going to internal affairs as well?
Well, we'll have to look at it and make a decision on that. But I can have Nicole call you.
I'll call
when
you.
you've had a chance to
I
look
got
at it.
something else. I had something else to get back to too, so.
Okay, because on the subpoena obstruction of justice, that has a 1-year statute of limitations because it's a misdemeanor. So in March, that will lapse into
Okay.
March.
Okay.
So, any questions or
Did
anything?
you send that to the prosecutor's office already, just straight to them?
No, I have not. I've been trying to work with Dan Knight to request a special prosecutor with regard to the recording of the attorney-client phone call. Because I don't think that this is something that the prosecutor's office, if they've been receiving these communications, I don't think they should be investigating. I think they should appoint a special prosecutor. But he keeps saying he's not received anything.
Oh, I just meant the other one. I just wondered if you just had given the other one.
I have not yet, but I'll see how long it takes for things to work through CPD. Mr. Knight has not been very responsive to my requests for inquiry. He keeps saying, I've not received anything. So,
So, Mr.
Sounds-
White, what am I hearing you saying is you're filing a internal policy violation complaint as well as you're wanting us
That's
to
what-
conduct a criminal investigation?
yes.
Okay.
I filed the internal policy with you this morning, and with Chief, I'm filing the criminal complaint.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I did not get, I needed to get back to another thing too.
Okay.
The other one we talked about. So I was gonna talk to you about that too. So there's my account.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
all right, you bet.
Well, I just finished meeting with Chief Kenneth Burton, Internal Affairs Sergeant Brian Tate, and City Attorney and Police Advisor Nicole Volkert. Discussed the filing of the criminal complaint and the IA complaints that were filed this morning with regard to Deputy Chief Jill Schluty and the officers involved in legally recording the attorney-client conversation of Shane Haley. And so they have promised to review this and to get back in touch with me.